What is love? Many scientists have postulated that love is merely a certain concoction of chemicals that are released by your body based upon certain stimuli from your environment, and that it is, in fact, transient, illusory, non existent. This is particularly prevalent amongst the less optimistic scientists, individuals who would call themselves realists. I call them detached. Sure, our sense of love can be experimentally simulated through chemical manipulation of our bodies, and in that same token, love can be scientifically observed on a biological as well as electrochemical level, whether it be through brain CT scans or blood sampling. But this does not get to the root of the matter. Let us go on a thought experiment. And mind you, this thought experiment applies to more than simply the concept of love, though I find love to be probably the most profound human condition, emotion, that can ever be conceived. Thus, we will use it as our mode of travel through the labyrinths of the human condition. Take, for instance, the science of particle physics. I know, rather esoteric to most, right? Well, just follow me here. I will show you how it links up. In particle physics, scientists have discovered that each individual atom is comprised of over 200 separate components, such as quarks, leptons, gluons, etc. And these particles' properties, that is, how they interact with each other and the environment, are defined by bosons. However, each of these new fundamental particles, as they are called, are themselves further divisible into smaller units of measure. Further divisibility finds, at least as far as we have gone up to this point, that these particles themselves are composed of a plethora of smaller particles. The scale gets continuously smaller. The smallest unit of measure that humans have been able to scientifically derive as of this point is what is known as a Planck unit, which is 1 times 10 to the negative 34th meters in size. These are Planck energy waves, or something to that effect. But what is beyond that? What is smaller than that? You see, science is in the constant search for how something works, continually peering deeper and deeper into the cosmos on both a very large and very small scale. Since as a result of infinite divisibility, we will never be able to find the ultimate smallest fundamental component of the universe, nor the ultimate largest fundamental component of the universe, no matter how far we go, these things will always be magic to us. In the sense of love being defined as chemical reactions in the brain, or electrical signals being sent through the nervous system, that is a fundamentally flawed way of looking at it. It is something akin to looking through a telescope and only seeing the visible spectrum of light, the spectrum we are most accustomed to. But the visible spectrum constitutes less than 1% of all electromagnetic waves. This relates very clearly to human hubris. In stark contrast to the age of the universe, human civilization has only been in existence for roughly 6,000 to 10,000 years, depending on your metric. We have come a long way in this relatively short period of time. The universe is believed to be approximately 13.7 billion years old. While science is ever working on trying to further constrain that number and get as close as they can to the actual age. We use telescopes such as Hubble to peer to the very edge of space, the equivalent of peering 13.1 billion years into the past, when the universe was a mere 600 million years old. At that point, the universe becomes opaque, occluded by gas clouds and the like. Just as well, our image of love is also occluded. Why is this? Why can scientists define love as chemical reactions despite its nature? The answer is, and always will be, free will. Ultimately, no matter how far back we go, no matter how many variables are involved, when it comes down to it, each individual, whether brought up on Earth or Gliese 581G, brought up in the slums or in royalty, has a choice. And our choices shape our paths in the universe. Each individual choice that we have branches us off into a completely separate chain of events in our lives. This leads us to experience certain things in our lives, the nurture side of the house, which shape how we view love, what we see as love, and how we best express it. Beyond that, the nature side of the house, we still further have a choice. In all the lives that we live, we build up a karmic blueprint of ourselves. This karmic blueprint shapes our paths in many peculiar ways. It is still based upon our choices, but these choices are not limited to a single human life experience, but the entirety of your being, your soul. They reflect all of your transgressions on every individual or in every situation since the creation of your soul. Free will factory, if you will. Your free will dictates which life you will enter, when you will enter it, and how you will live it when you get to it. Cleaning